Before there was Hannah Montana, there was Jem and the Holograms. Although, while a mere wig was enough to allow Miley Stewart some anonymity when she wasn't on stage, Jerrica Benton used a holographic computer to become her alter ego, rock star Jem. All she had to do to activate the hologram was touch her Jem Star earrings, sort of like Kurt Wagner and his image inducer, and way better than a Bluetooth earpiece. Now, Jem and the Holograms was an animated series that lasted for 3 seasons back in the 1980s, dreamed up by Hasbro, Marvel, and advertising agency Griffin Bacall, the think tank who'd already scored with G.I. Joe for boys. But writer Christy Marks, who was brought on in a work-for-hire capacity to flesh out this idea, decided to give it some added depth. Jerrica Benton doesn't just want to be a rock star, but is also the owner and manager of the company which represents Jem and the Holograms, Starlight Music. She also works to protect her dead father's impressive hologram technology from falling into the wrong hands, and takes care of 12 foster children, which she calls the Starlight Girls. She also has to worry about a hostile corporate takeover from the former co-owner of Starlight Music, Eric Raymond, who now owns rival studio Misfits Music and later Stinger Sound, which represents Jem and the Holograms' rival bands, the Misfits and the Stingers. Now, the adventures of Jerrica Benton and her alter ego Jem were a big hit on the small screen, resulting in the 3rd most watched children's program in 1986. But it didn't sell enough toys, its primary purpose. Although, to be fair, Mattel, in a move worthy of Eric Raymond, worked hard to pull the plug on Hasbro's act as they launched the competing Barbie and the Rockers line, resulting in poor sales for both. But while Barbie drove on in her pink Corvette, fellow lover of Pink Jem's tour was canceled. However, fast forward to today and suddenly Hasbro isn't all about selling toys. In fact, after the success of Transformers, G.I. Joe, and even Ouija, the toy company is starting their own fully funded production company, Allspark Pictures, which will initially focus on movies aimed at female audiences, since no other studios are apparently interested in backing those kinds of pictures. First Jem and the Holograms in 2015, then My Little Pony the Movie in 2017. But the movie adaptation, spearheaded by horror producer extraordinaire Jason Blum, the music manager who discovered Justin Bieber Scooter Braun, plus Step Up 2, 3, and G.I. Joe Retaliation director John Chu, aren't consulting original creator Christy Marks, so the result is a little different. This time, Jem and her sister Kimber are the foster care kids, played by Aubrey Peoples and Stephanie Scott, who become online music stars, no holograms needed. They embark on a music-driven scavenger hunt all over Los Angeles, let's keep that budget down, to unlock a mystery message from their missing father. But the group does maintain its diversity. Aja Leith, that's how they drew Asian back in the 1980s, is still part of the group, played by Haley Kiyoko, as is Shauna Elmsford, played by Aurora Perrineau. Fun fact! Aurora's dad is alive and well, Michael Dawson from Lost. The roles in the band also remain the same. Jem is the lead singer, her sister Kimber is the band's songwriter and keyboardist, Aja is the lead guitarist, while Shauna is the drummer and bass guitarist. Take note, in the original animated series, only Jerrica used her holographic technology to become Jem, so maybe that's why the movie got rid of it? Road manager, engineer, and love interest Rio Pacheco is still around too, played by Ryan Guzman, going from terrorizing MILF Jennifer Lopez to robbing the cradle. Although it looks like the Lois Lane Clark Kent Superman-style love triangle won't be included. And 80s staple Molly Ringwald plays Mrs. Bailey, who runs Starlight House. Juliette Lewis is also in the film, perhaps as Erica Raymond. And if we get a sequel, perhaps late addition to the animated series, Carmen Alonso will join the band. So while Jem and the Holograms clearly captured fans' attention back in the 1980s as an animated series, will they work as a live-action movie? One where they've been made much younger and the business and technology aspects of the story seem to be removed? Scooby-Doo Meets Annie does sound pretty good, yet it seems boy bands are a much surer bet than girl bands. But IDW seems to think it's a pretty good idea, teaming with Hasbro once again after G.I. Joe, Transformers, and My Little Pony for a brand new Jem and the Holograms comic. And this first cover provides some idea of the band's new look. What do you think about animated Jem versus live-action Jem? Be sure to leave your thoughts down below. I'm Grace Randolph, and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now.